treasure of Johnny Weissmuller. 52 national championships, 67 world's records, 4 of them still stand. He never lost a swimming competition in his life. We're here at the home of Johnny Weissmuller today because of this letter from Paul Doherty of Ravenna, New York, who writes, I read that although Johnny Weissmuller has followed his second career as a movie star for many years, he's still a great swimmer. I'd like to see him swim and find out what he thinks of the young swimmers of our day. Hi, Johnny.
Hello, Jack.
Fine, thank you. Johnny, since you've played the roles of Tarzan and Jungle Jim for so long, we sort of expected to see you swing in here from a tree.
A lot of people think I was born in the jungle, but actually I was born in Pennsylvania and I was raised in Chicago.
That's right where your fabulous career began, isn't it?
That's right, Jack. Back in Lake Michigan.
Well, thanks so much for letting us look at all your trophies. There's certainly plenty of them.
Well, most of them belong to my wife. She's a champion golfer, you know, and she's got quite an array here.
Of course, I know you're quite a top golfer, too. Any good swimmers in your family?
Yes, Jack. I have a boy and 2 girls, very good swimmers.
Well, what about this letter from Paul Doherty? What is your opinion of our swimmers today?
Well, Jack, I hate to tell you this, but it doesn't look so good in the next Olympic Games.
Well, from what I understand, this is liable to happen in other sports, too, Johnny.
Yes, but with the opportunities that our swimmers have, I see no reason why we shouldn't have the finest in the world.
Well, just what is the secret, Johnny?
It's no secret at all, Jack. We use the American crawl, but I swim higher with my back arched. Like this, you know. My head is way above the water. And that arch is what our young swimmers have got to develop if we're ever going to get anywhere.
Your head always out of the water?
Always. It stands to reason that if you can get your head higher up in the water, you've got to swim faster when you go over the water than if you go through.
Well, since you have one of those famous Johnny Weissmuller All-American pools in your backyard, how about demonstrating for us?
Okay, Jack, let's go. It loads the suit. You think it'll come back?
I like it. Now, the first stroke that Johnny's going to show us is the standard American crawl. This is a stroke all swimmers know. The forward pull, right hand to left hip, left hand to right. But now, watch how he uses it. With that style, he broke 67 world records. Head high above water at all times, never under like many swimmers do today. Notice the inner tube at the side of the pool, and watch how Johnny uses it. The simplest training trick you can imagine. The tube is anchored. He hooks his feet over it and swims in a stationary position. The idea is to fight it hard, forcing the head way up. Its main purpose to develop the arch in the back. As a boy, Weissmuller did this 3 hours a day for 6 straight months. From this beginning to fame in 2 World Olympics. The arch enabled him to swim above water, not through it. Next, he released the tube and swam with it, dragging it on his feet. He still works out this way, hours at a time. And you ambitious speed swimmers can work out just as he's doing right now in your own backyard pool. The pull of that inner tube develops terrific strength in the arms and shoulders. Let's see him swim again without it. Head on a pivot like a golf swing. He points out that with your head above water, you can breathe all you like, keep your motor running. Johnny told me that 80% of the job is done on the arms and shoulders. The only purpose of the kick is to keep that end up. Now, here's our chance to meet Johnny's 18-year-old son, Johnny Jr. He's concentrating on basketball right now, but he's a great competitive swimmer. Just for demonstration, Dad's asked Johnny Jr. to show us how many swimmers do the turn, flipping directly under. Weissmuller never liked the flip turn, prefers to turn above water. It takes less effort. Next, the backstroke. They say Johnny Jr. is the living image of his dad from Olympic days. Johnny Sr. always considered himself a sprint swimmer, but he broke many distance records, too. Now, watch Johnny on the turn, and notice he doesn't go underwater like most swimmers do. Instead, a left turn almost on the surface. See who got the jump? Well, Johnny, does a great swimmer have to start at an extremely young age?
Oh, no, Jack. Training's the answer. Working hard at it. Pick your distance and stick to it. See you in the pool, Jack.
The man who still holds 4 world's championships ought to know, but after all, that's up to our young swimmers to decide for themselves. Johnny Weissmuller, one of the greatest swimmers of all time. You asked for it. Well, looks like time's caught up with us. It's been a real pleasure having you with us. So long for now.